Hello everyone, my name is Mohammed Ahmed and my team member Mohammed Chaudhry. We are at Group 27 and we implemented the Smart Garden Assistant. The goal of this project was to create an intelligent system that acts as a garden assistant. The assistant strives to achieve the most desirable temperature, light exposure, and moisture for the plant. The user can set their own values that they want, or they can manually shut off an actuator. The system is designed to be intelligent garden assistant. It will turn on and off the actuators based on logic and on real-time information. For example, if the moisture level of the plant is very low and it needs water, the amount of time the water will be pumped into the plant will be inversely proportional to how much water is in the plant. The pump will also not send too much water into the plant so that it will not overflow the plant. Another example is that the Pi will search what time it is and will close the blinds if the current time is between sunset and sunrise, since no light will be coming into the plant. If the user sets in their own optimal values for the system to make the plants to go towards the system, will also know that it will follow the new set of values set and not the default values.
For this project, we used a light, temperature, and motion sensor to detect the light exposure, temperature of the plant, and the amount of water in the plant. We also used the motion sensor to detect if there's any lizards or any other creatures near the plant, so it can alert the user. And we also used the sound detection sensor and a vibration sensor to detect if there's any high winds near the plant, so that could close the blinds. We also used a Pi camera module to take a picture of the plant every couple of minutes or so. And for the actuators, we use a servo motor to simulate the angle at which the blind moves, and also one DC motor to simulate the draw of the blind, and another DC motor and another fan to simulate the fans to cool the plant. And we also use a water pump with a 5-volt relay to put water into the plant. We also use LEDs to detect which actuators are on, and we use the Raspberry Pi 4 to do most of the computing and also control the actuators. And also we use the ESP32S to take an input from the plant, and then it gives the information to the Raspberry Pi via serial communication. Well, this is our project for embedded systems. We have the ESP32S over here. You have the Raspberry Pi over here, the Raspberry Pi camera module, the fan, the DC motor is a servo motor, and as well as all the other sensors over here, including the temperature sensor and the light sensor, and also the sound vibration sensor. We also have the water pump through a 5-volt relay over here, and it's fully submerged. And this is the plant. And now I'm going to start the program. And you can see here the moisture is at 45%, so the water is going to go into the plant. Right. And next thing will be the light. It's at 78%, so it's going to open the blinds a little bit. And that's going to be the DC motor and the servo motor. Also, the next thing would be the fan. And this is about 84 degrees in here. It's going to turn on the fan. Also, the camera module is turned on. That's a preview of it. And next it's going to ask if you can turn off or on any actuators like the pump or the fan, or it asks you to set your own values. I'm gonna put my own values in for the light exposure, humidity, and moisture for the plant. And this can be done either through the keyboard, a keypad, or through the VNC Viewer app, which you can do input and output out of. And then so I'm going to hit manual, and for the temperature, I'm going to set it to 0. Light value is 0, and moisture value is 0. So now the pump is going to be off because you set the moisture to 0. And then next would be the light, and now it would close the blinds because you want the light exposure to 0. And you can see over here the blinds are closing. And the next thing would be the fan, which would turn on. And that's it for our presentation. Thanks for watching. Have a great winter.